Hi, I'm Celeste from the Birth Store. In this video, you'll find out how a TENS machine works, as well as how to use the Elle Plus specifically. The Elle range are all quite similar, so if you do have any of the two other machines, they won't be much different from this, but this will just give you a rough idea on how to use it. So first of all, what is a TENS machine? So a TENS machine is a device which sends a small electrical pulse from the machine to your body, and it overloads your nervous system. So when you are in pain, your body is sending pain signals to your brain and your spinal cord, which is what makes you actually feel the pain. So when you've also got a TENS machine on, a part of your body, depending on where you put the pads, is being stimulated, your nerves are being stimulated. And because our body prioritizes nerve activity over pain signals, it means that when all the nerve activity rushes to your brain and your spinal cord, not as many pain signals are able to make it through. So therefore, you generally feel less pain. So the specific TENS machines that we use are the Elle machines. They are obstetric TENS machines designed for use in labour. We will create some more videos down the line to answer some more questions, and one of those will be the difference between a standard TENS machine and an obstetric TENS machine. So what we'll do is we'll go into how to use the TENS machine and basically all that you need to know in order to use this for your labour and birth. It is super simple. So what you get in your hire is you get the Birth Store bag, which has absolutely everything that you'll need in it in order to use your TENS machine. So you have the TENS machine itself, which has a lanyard which you can put around your neck. And if you don't want it around your neck, you've also got a belt clip, so you can clip that on your shirt or your pants, just so you always have access to it and you're not worrying about holding it. Then we've also got the 2 wires. These wires go in the top with the 2 jack points. You've got 4 batteries. The machine itself only needs 2 batteries, but we give you 2 extra just for peace of mind. And then you've got your electrodes. So it comes with 4 electrodes, which go 2 on either side of your spine. Next is the user manual. So this has all the steps that you need in order to use your TENS machine as well. And now on to how to use it. So this is the Elle Plus, which has 3 different modes. So you've got birth mode, you switch it over to pain mode, and also pelvic mode. But just for showing you this, I'm going to show you how to use the birth mode. So what you can do, you can either do this before the machine is turned on, or you can do it at this point. You've got your 2 wires, and both of those wires are going to go in the jack points at the top. It doesn't matter which goes in which side, they're all going to work the same. Knowing which end of the wire goes in is super simple because one of them has 1 point and the other ones have 2 points. So the 2-point ones are for the electrodes. The wires are also quite long, which means that you don't have to worry about feeling like you can't move around or that you're restricted whilst you use the TENS machine. Now that we have the wires in, we can connect the electrodes. So as mentioned, you have 4 individual pads and they go down your spine, 2 on either side. Connecting them to the wires is super simple. You've got a plug on each electrode, and on the end of your wire, you've got the 2 points. They are different colors, but it doesn't matter which goes in which one. It'll still work the same no matter where you put it. I personally found it easier to put the left wires down the left side of your spine and the right wires down the right side of your spine, though it doesn't really matter which way that you do it. It all will work the same. And now your electrodes, they're all plugged in, and in terms of placing on your back, you do have a little diagram in your manual which shows you the position in which they're supposed to be, but it's basically the top one starting at your bra line and the bottom ones finishing at your underwear line. This ensures that you get as much coverage as you need whilst you're in labour. Now when it comes to powering up your machine, so you've got 2 power up buttons and 2 power down buttons. The left one is for the left jack port and the right one is for the right jack port. So because these are not on my skin, it will tell me that the wires aren't connected, so it won't let me power up too much, but I can just power up a little bit now. And here I've got both sides on level 1, and what that will be doing is just giving you a small sensation that feels like a really light tingle. This is how the machine will remain whilst you are not having a contraction. You can power it up as you like, so if you want the sensation to be stronger initially, you can power it up to whatever power level feels comfortable for you. I will explain later how you can power up the whole machine, so it is unlikely that you will max out the power. So if you feel like you can take more, then it is good to power it up. And then basically what you do is when you're having a contraction, you press this boost button. So this boost button will make the tingle a lot stronger, and that is what overloads your nervous system. So you just press it once and then release, and then you wait until the contraction's over and press it again and release. So what that'll do is not only deliver the increased sensation, but it will also time your contractions. So you'll notice on the screen that it will start showing down the bottom how long in between each contraction, and it will also show you how long your contraction was for as well. And the way that that works is the machine is actually timing how long in between each press. So when you are boosting the machine, you are telling the machine you are having a contraction, and when you are pressing it to stop the boost, you are telling the machine that the contraction is over. So it's timed how long that contraction was, and then it's also going to tell you how long in between each of those contractions as well. So you can also rely on that instead of having to use a secondary device or writing down your contraction. Here you can also see that I'm using the Optimax button to power up the whole machine, so that'll increase the overall power. It starts normally on 150 and then you can up from there, but most people feel like they don't need to use the full power. And that is pretty much the rundown on how you will use the TENS machine. As I mentioned, it's super simple. You generally have to set it up and then you can power up as needed, but really all you have to do beyond that point is press the boost button when you're having a contraction. These pads are also single patient use, so unless you're planning on using them again, you can throw them out. So there you have it. It's super simple to use, and when you hire with us, you get absolutely everything that you need, including that quick guide just to help you as a refresher during labour if you need it. So if you do have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments below, and if we're not already planning to make a video on it, we will do, and either way we'll answer your question. Thanks so much for watching. To hire your own TENS machine, head to www.thebirthstore.com.au. Thanks.